Hi guys, it is Bri and I've come with a word of encouragement for today. So I just pray, Holy Spirit, that we flow with you. Lord, let me not run away with this. Let me stay to where you are with this. I pray that you would inspire this message. I don't have many notes to go on, so Lord, where do you want to go with this today? So the thing that the Lord has been giving me revelation over, which I want to give hope to you with, is the prosecution is going to heal you. The prosecution that you are currently receiving, the prosecution that you can feel, it's almost like it's in the mists. You might be stepping into a different season in your life. You're going into something, God's asking you to step out into something, and you just know that prosecution is coming with it, or you can sense in the background there's prosecution. You've maybe had it front on, and it can feel like you're jumping back to your past. It can feel as though there is fear around this because the judgment, the opinions, the attack, it can feel like wounds from the past. It can feel like trauma from the past. It can create a sort of fear in you. Like, why am I going back to this place? Why am I reliving these things again? But this is so purposeful because you are a new creation in God and you have His Spirit in you now. You are living by His Spirit. So you are not the same person you were back then when you were hurt by the things that came up against you, by the prosecution. And so the reason it is so beneficial to relive things that feel like past wounds is they help us to realize that we are not the same person anymore, that we have confidence, we have peace, we have joy. We don't have the same fear of man that we did back then, and the Lord wants us to know this. He wants you to know this. He wants you to know how strong you are and what He has healed you from, what you have overcome. And so, therefore, we need to almost have a little bit of the trigger that we had from back then to realize that actually that doesn't affect me the same way. I can walk through that situation, and even though that was tough, even though that hurt a little, I have complete peace, or I'm not doubting my decision. I'm not doubting what God's telling me to do. I'm not fearful. I don't have anxiety like I used to. I'm not overthinking my decisions like I used to. So even though you can be like, I don't even want to relive those things again, the Lord is showing you He has healed you by bringing you into situations that trigger you like they used to. This is what helps us to see ourselves the way God sees us. So you have been in a long season of healing. You have been walking in obedience, and God knows who you are. He knows who you are in your heart, and He knows what you're capable of. But because we haven't had so much time putting action into play since being healed, we actually don't know what we're made of. We don't know how sometimes God has changed us, created us into a new being that is Christ-like. So, and God's saying, it's not going to be like it used to be. Just watch how I have changed you. Watch how who you are is just going to float through that situation, and you're going to come out unscathed. You know, you've walked through the fire and you have come out not even smelling like smoke, and you're not going to be able to even detect the fire. Like, this is not going to harm you, okay? If anything, it's going to show you how much I have healed you. So I just want to read from Romans 5 verse 3. Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that sufferings produce perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope. And the hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. You are reacting with Christ's character. You are moving with His Spirit. This is not you in your own strength. This is not you when you are without God. And there is such a glory to be seen for you and for others, the way that you are responding to these situations that once overwhelmed you, which once broke you. Because there is such a perseverance that God is built in you. You have such a perseverance in you now, and He wants to show you that. He wants to show you this is not something that you have to put effort in, that you're trying to do. This is within you now. This is solid. It's locked in. And that has created a different character in you. And the glory is for everyone can see that. As you walk through these circumstances, as you walk through these situations, you're going to be like, wow, I didn't realize I could go through that and be so unscathed. And there's such an anchoring peace that this does. Shame that you have felt from your past, the blame, the guilt, that is all falling off. And that is what God is showing you in this season right now with these different things that He is taking you through. And this brings me to a story. So a few weeks ago, God gave me this analogy, and this all in a little package that we're speaking about today. So I was walking around a lake. I had a bit of time to kill before a job, and so I was walking around this lake in the morning, and I got attacked by a bird. I got attacked. It was like a New Zealand pukako, which is a native bird, and they're not massive like swans or anything like that, but they're pretty big, like the full-grown ones stand, maybe like this tall-ish. And I was just walking, and this thing flew and latched onto my shoulder and was like clawing into me and squawking in my face and in my ear and like flapping around. And the funny thing was, I just kept walking, and I was very slow to react to this bird. And then I kind of just like turned my head, and it then got down, and I was like, that was so strange. And I was just giggling about how I didn't respond to this bird. And I felt the Lord dropped into my spirit. This is what it's going to be like when you're walking in this season. You are not going to care who comes up against you. You are not going to care who is trying to attack you. You're just going to keep walking where I've told you to walk, and you're going to be so unbothered. And it's going to be like a supernatural gift. And this is what the Lord is saying to you today. This is what He is giving us in His body. He is dropping off the fear of man. And because it did not make sense that I didn't respond to the bird, okay? Naturally, a bird comes and attacks you. What are you going to do? Like flick it off, run? You're going to react. And it was like in that moment, He gave me this supernatural like confidence. It was like, I just don't even care. I don't even care. I'm just going to keep walking. And that's when He showed me, He's like, I'm changing you. You are a new person. You are not who you used to be. You are not affected by the things you used to be affected by. And this is such a gift. This is such a revelation I want you to grab hold of. And this is something to pray into if you still feel as though you have the fear of man. And I feel the Holy Spirit is saying it's only in your preconceived notion. Put it to the test. Don't shy away from that step of obedience He's asking you to do because of the fear of man that you have. He's like, do it. Take it for a spin. See how I have taken the fear off of you. It's in your mind that you still believe that you have this intense fear because it's what you have known. But take it for a spin. Do that thing that I'm asking you to do and just see how you actually you're not bothered anymore. He was like, you are changed. I have changed you through your obedience to me, through your faith in me. I am now in you, and I am giving you supernatural gifts. And this is going to launch you into your next season in such a beautiful way where you've just so much of the baggage is just going to be out of the way, that you're not dealing with the negative side of your mind, your heart, just the war, all of that. It's just out of the way. And I feel that there's this exciting time, exciting season that you're stepping into where you are going to just be able to focus on the good. You know that verse, and it's like, think of things that are pleasant, righteous, honorable, holy. This is going to be you, like, and you're not going to have to try so much, because you have been going through that. You've been taking your thoughts captive. You've been bringing them into submission to Jesus Christ. You have been laying everything at his feet. You've been obeying him. And he's like, you're going to walk in this so effortlessly. This is your season you're coming into. So I want you to declare that right now. I am coming into a season where I have boldness, I have courage, I have confidence, and the fear of man is dropping off me. In the name of Christ, I declare that now. I am not bothered by the prosecution. I will not be bothered by the attacks. I will not be bothered by the judgment, the opinions of others. I am walking where the Lord is leading me. And I'm doing that wholeheartedly. So I just wanted to encourage you with that word today. And if this word has blessed you in any way, or any of the other words have blessed you, and you want to sow into this ministry, there are details how to do that below. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I bring out videos every week to encourage you for the season that you are in. But remember to take these words to the Lord and pray over them, because not every message, not every prophetic word is for you. That is something to discern with the Lord, what season he has you in. But I bless you and have a lovely week. I'll see you on the next one. Love and blessings. Bye.